Welcome to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle, LaPorte County's original social media. Sound Off is a public interest forum that encourages your voice to be heard on the topics and issues impacting our local communities. We invite you to be part of the conversation by calling or texting 219-362-0522. You may also email your questions to soundoff@967theeagle.com. This is a topic-based program, and we ask that you keep your comments brief, concise, and related to the topic being discussed. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the hosts or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. The on-air line is now open for your calls or texts at 219-362-0522. And now, Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
Hi, welcome to Sound Off. I'm Dennis Siddell. No, it's not Stan Maddox. It is I, Dennis.
You don't have any audio?
Let's see here. You're on. How about that? Nope. How about that?
Do we have audio?
I can hear me. Me, myself, and I.
She can't. Is she plugged in over there?
Last time I knew. Yeah. Yeah, right there. She's in 3.
Can you hear me if I talk?
Yes.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, Lisa just. Oh, I'm playing Stan there, not talking to the mic. Lisa just broke the headsets. Way to go.
All I did was put them on. That's all I did.
All right. Hold on. Lisa, why don't you talk?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, I have your mic in.
I'll talk. So, this is Lisa Pierzakowski, Center Township Trustee in LaPorte, Indiana. My office is open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and 9 to 4. Sorry, Wednesday is 9 to 5, and Friday is 9 to noon. We are starting our GED programs on Monday, August 11th. They will be Monday and Tuesday from 6 to 8. So again, the GED HSE programs will be starting on August 11th on Monday, and they will be Monday and Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And that is going to be with Jessica.
Still nothing? No sound over there?
No sound. No sound. Wait a minute. I'm getting something. It's crackled.
So am I, but that's beside the point.
Well, I can't hear you, Dennis.
Try a different plug.
I have.
Oh,
I'm going to go back
around?
to the other one, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, Lisa.
This is exciting radio right here.
Hey, I can hear now.
You can hear now?
I can hear you.
This is real radio, live.
That's right.
Live radio.
Don't ever accuse us of not being a live studio.
That's right.
Well, you guys are a little crackled, but as long as I'm not crackled, that's all that matters.
Now I can back up. Right here is you.
Okay, that's me. Well, I lost it again.
Oh, come on.
What
See?
did you do?
There you go. Don't touch it.
Don't
Dennis.
touch it.
Don't
All right.
touch it.
Don't
touch
touch
it.
Don't even look at it.
Don't even look at
All
it.
right.
Yeah, the finest in we spare no expense around here.
Well, this is going to be an interesting show.
Including our guest. And somebody goes, we can hear everyone just fine. Great. Thank you. Appreciate
Glad
y'all.
You guys can hear everybody just fine. I hope somebody can hear me because I can't hear myself. But I can hear nothing but crackling. Now it's gone again. So.
Oh.
See, it's this.
I'll be honest with you. I've asked for headsets.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you, Lisa. I have.
Okay. We'll try to get through this.
We'll get through it. If call comes, I'll toss you my headsets.
Okay.
How's that?
So.
I'd give you stands, but you really don't want stands. Okay. Just saying.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome to Sound Off. Lisa Pierzakowski, Center Township Trustee, is our guest today. And she's helping me out. Meatball's helping me out. We're all helping each other. We're a happy little family here on Sound Off. If you have a question for Lisa, feel free to text or call us on the Sowers GMC line, 219-362-0522. Okay, you may pick up where you left off.
Okay, so I was talking about my GED HSE classes, which are on Monday and
What are
Wednesday from 6 to 8. That's where you can get your high school diploma.
People may not know. That's why I asked.
That's why I said GED HSE.
Like
my
Dennis is like,
goodness.
for those that don't know, they might. It's definitely not me.
Okay, you got to understand. We have a good time with Lisa. We've known Lisa was our neighbor for years, so she'd pop in out of nowhere. Morning, here she is, man.
Yeah, but
Then
usually
she
I could
bailed.
hear myself or
Oh, my
hear
gosh,
each other,
here
and I
we
didn't hear
go.
all this crackling going on, you
Oh.
know. But hey, did you hear about the nest?
I did. They're coming back.
Yes, they are.
Awesome.
So they will be back for the winter
At the depot, right?
At the depot
Okay.
again, yes. So it will be from October 15th to August 15th. But we need help.
Okay.
We
Just
need
like last year.
Yes, we need volunteers. So we have 2 volunteer meetings set up so far. August 16th at 9:30 at the LaPorte County Library main branch, and August 26th at 5 p.m., and that one will be at the Exchange building for the library.
Oh, okay.
And that's where you're going to come out and hear all about how you can volunteer, what we do, and everything else. Also, Harry says we have some shifts that need to be filled this season. The shifts are 5 to 7 for the dinner shift, 5:30 to 7:30 with the clients, and then 7 to 11 with the clients.
I nominate Kathy Reese.
I think Kathy'd be great at that.
I do too.
I really
do. Yeah. I think Kathy would be awesome.
Kathy doesn't like to sleep either, does she?
I don't know. She's wound up all the time. I have no idea. But seriously, I think Kathy would be really good. Her and her friend or sister-in-law, whatever, Sam. I think those two would be awesome together.
Well, I think we should mention that.
All
together.
right.
I'll leave this flyer here and with
Yep,
her name
leave it
on
right there. She'll see it Monday.
And then, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I want to talk about our food pantries. As everybody knows, we're seeing an increase in our NIPSCO bills, water bills, rent, mortgage. I know we've had a lot of people coming in about their mortgage bills going up, and that's because their insurance is going up, taxes are going up, and stuff like that. So we're seeing a lot of people needing assistance in a lot of different ways. So I just want to mention our food pantries in LaPorte. So my food pantry is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 to noon. You can get food every 30 days. The PAC Center is Wednesday, 12 to 1:30, Thursday, 12 to 1:30, and Saturday, 9 to 10:30. You can get food there every 30 days. The Salvation Army is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 5. Again, you can get food there every 30 days. The Sacred Heart is on Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. That's over on Bach Street. And then you got the St. Vincent's de Paul, and that is from Monday from 3:30 to 5. So there's food pantries open every day of the week except for Sunday.
What if somebody wants to donate, food or anything,
please.
Lisa? I mean,
Yeah.
First of all, what are you looking for? Where can they get the information, and when can they drop it off?
So I would say just about every food pantry will accept donations, but you can call each of the food pantries and ask. Our biggest hits in our pantry is our hot and cold cereal, pancake mix and syrup. That's the breakfast items. We usually have enough soups and vegetables because of summer's heating and cooling. Our neighbor from here do a big donation for us in December. And then the other thing would be peanut butter and jelly, pasta. Usually it's the spaghetti and the spaghetti sauce because we always have ground beef, ground pork. Right now we still have venison. And then because of Monday when we got the Feed LaPorte County, thank you very much, we received some lamb also for that. So, when you come into our pantry, you're not going to get just canned goods. Normally we have bread. Normally we have eggs. Sometimes we have milk. Right now we've had some fresh produce. We've had some cucumbers coming in. We've had some corn coming in and tomatoes and stuff like that. So it just depends. So anybody growing a garden out there, please, any of the food pantries, drop off, and we're happy to make sure that the food is given out. The other thing is the food boxes.
I was going to ask about that.
So we have food boxes. We have a new one. So we have a food box at the library. We have a food box at the Civic. We have a food box at the American Legion. A food box at Sacred Heart Church on Bach Street. There's one at the St. John School off of Monroe. I don't know what that road is. That's not one that we take care of. And then the Girl Scouts just put one up at Agape Church across from I Street Meat Markets.
Awesome.
So again, if you have some produce that you need to get rid of, you can put anything in any of the food boxes. I tell people, if you're feeling generous and you have some extra funds, when you're at the grocery store, pick up an extra box of cereal or extra loaf of bread or something and drop it off in one of the food boxes. You don't have to fill the food box. Just put something in it because the food boxes are all about give a little, take a little. So, anything that you have extra. We've had several people, that go to Sam's Club and buy an overabundance of stuff. And then it's getting close to the expiration date coming, something like that. So I tell them, I said, put it in the food boxes, Even if, say, it expired July of this year, we're in August, just because it expired, I'm talking about canned goods. I'm not talking about milk and stuff like that. Drop it off in the food box. Somebody's going to take it and somebody can use it.
Another place they could go purchase is, LaPorte's Best Kept Secret.
Right.
The old roller rink is what I'm saying. They've got bulk stuff over there, too.
Right, and they have bulk stuff. Now, a lot of it is something that's been expired. We have a gentleman that goes there a lot of times and gets their breakfast bars and stuff like that, and it's expired. Now, that's not something I can hand out in my pantry, but I can put it on our giveaway table. But a lot of times I use that in the food boxes because it's expired, but it's not expired. It's still able to be eaten. Yeah. So, and we keep a list on our freezers and refrigerators at the office on what is expired, what can we not eat after expiration date and stuff like that. And then we won't put that on our giveaway table.
Lisa Pierzakowski, Center Township Trustee, is our guest on Sound Off today. We need to take a quick break. When we come back, don't forget, you can text. Somebody already has. We'll get to that question here. But if you have a question, you can either text or call Lisa on the Sowers GMC line, 219-362-0522. Back after this on 96.7 The Eagle.
Peaches are back at Garwood U-Pick. Mother Nature has provided a U-Pick crop for the first time in several years. So plan your trip to Garwood and experience the unforgettable taste of a Garwood tree-ripened peach. Also in U-Pick, red raspberries, blackberries, pickles, tomatoes, peppers of all kinds, and eggplant. In Garwood Farm Market, choose from white, yellow, and bicolor Garwood sweet corn, Garwood blackberries, Southern Indiana cantaloupe, fresh Indiana green beans, and Garwood pickles. Plus, number 2 Red Haven peaches and tomatoes are on special for canning. Half bushels for only $16. And ground beef is on special. 1 pound pack of Parkman Angus ground beef, $1 off. In the Garwood Bakery, pick up a dozen of Garwood's famous donuts or select from a dozen flavors of fresh baked or frozen fruit or cream pies. Garwood's now open 7 days a week from 9 to 6. U-Pick closes at 5. Call ahead or check the Garwood Facebook page for info on what's available today. Garwood's on 50 South past Pinola. GarwoodOrchard.com.
You know what's better than keeping up with your neighbors? Making them jealous. At Pavey Excavating in Stoneyard, they have the landscaping materials you need to turn your home into the envy of your block, including mulch, gravel, river rock, black dirt, and boulders. So tempt your neighbors into admiring your property. Shop family-owned and operated Pavey Excavating in Stoneyard for your next landscaping project. Pavey Excavating in Stoneyard, digging the good earth since 1954 on Ohio Street, just east of Boyd Boulevard in LaPorte.
Hi everyone, I'm Craig Orndorff. On the next Weekend in the Country, we're back to August of 1998, when the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal was in the headlines, bombings at 2 American embassies in Africa, and in baseball it was the summer of home runs. And on the Country Countdown that week were Brooks and Dunn, Faith Hill, the Dixie Chicks, Garth Brooks, and George Strait. And we'll have them and more on the next Weekend in the Country.
Weekend of the Country, Saturdays 8 to 10 on 96.7 The Eagle, sponsored by Robert Tillish Appliance.
Look at all the things I've collected over the years in here, Dave.
Why, Dad?
So you'll have many things to remember me by, and, I'm sure you can use it all someday.
But, Dad, I can't use all these things.
Yeah, but just think, it's all yours someday.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Dad. Is that a bumper I see buried with this stuff?
Oh, hey, I believe it's your mom's 1976 Pinto. And again, it's going to be yours someday.
Do you have things you don't need or want anymore? Are you tired of seeing things that you thought was a good idea to buy and then turn around and put it away in some corner of your garage? Well, you're in luck. At 96.7 The Eagle, we can help by reading your garage, rummage, estate, or yard sale during Tradio. All you need to do is visit hometownnewsnow.com, click on the Submit tab, and fill out the form, and we'll contact you for the payment. It's that simple. Of course, we do accept debit and credit cards for payment. So listen weekdays at 9:45 for your sale to be read live on 96.7 The Eagle, and check out the listings at hometownnewsnow.com.
This forecast has been brought to you by Kingsford Discount Liquors, conveniently located next to BP Amico in Kingsford Heights. They have the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits at unbeatable prices. Kingsford Discount Liquors, your one stop for gas, fried chicken, and liquor.
Michiana weather. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 89. Tonight, lows around 70. From the Weather Center at HometownNewsNow.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Currently 84.
Your opinion matters. We invite you to share it by calling the on-air line at 362-0522. That's 362-0522. Now, back to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
Welcome back. Oh, yeah, she's right, man. Yeah. I just do this. I won't be able to hear a caller, but okay. Sorry, headsets there. It works during the break, but when I talk,
I know.
it's just how overpowering I am.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
if that's,
Lisa,
if that's
it.
what we're
Yeah,
if that's what
it.
we're saying, then yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've got a politician that walks in here all the time, and he gives a political spin. I can give a spin too.
There you go.
That's right.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about the heat's coming back, obviously, this weekend.
Yeah, I just heard that.
And next week, cooling center, so we can get that information out.
And the funny thing is, we've not had anybody come in. If they do, they'll come in for a few minutes, charge their phone, and they'll leave. But we're keeping right outside our doors, we're keeping 2 coolers full of ice water and Gatorade. And we've been filling those every day. So,
wow.
I mean, people are definitely using them. But, yeah, I mean, we don't want anybody out in the heat. Yesterday, I got really sick from the heat. I had been out filling food boxes and moving around with clients and, just doing a lot yesterday morning to where I literally got sick. And I told Mike, I said, it's like I couldn't take a deep breath. It was like I was having trouble
that
breathing.
Smoke from Canada is the
and my
biggest
head,
thing.
and my head was just pounding. And he goes, well, probably because you've been outside and you got heat. I have issues with the heat anyways, but I literally went home and I was drinking ice water. And then I did have a couple cherry 7-Ups because I'm like, do I need sugar? Is that with the headache?
Sure,
is it that I need sugar or something? And then I crashed early, but I felt horrible that I wasn't able to make an event yesterday, but I did run out and give a couple gift cards for them for the event. But I absolutely hate not attending something, but it was an outside event too, and there's just no way I could have done it. So if you are out in this heat, please come in or go to one of the other cooling centers. Don't stay out in this heat. If you want to go into the library, I know City Hall, the Civic, the fire departments, my office, stop in and cool off. We also have our showers. So, if you're living outside in your tent and you need to come in and get a shower and then spend a couple hours, we've got Lunchables in there and some TV dinners. I know we've got one of our homeless lady that, will come in and cool off, get a hot shower. I don't know if it's hot or cold. Get a shower and then, she'll sit and eat something and talk with our volunteers and then she'll, head out. But she always says, I appreciate this so very much. I just needed some time to cool off.
Let's talk about the homeless because you have been huge in working with the homeless, trying to get them places to live, trying to get them off the streets. Have you seen an increase, Lisa, of more homeless people here in LaPorte?
Yes and no. I'm not that I'm anxious, but I'm ready for the shelter to open up again. So again, like I told Harry, I appreciated the shelter so much because we're getting everybody into one building and then we can find out who's homeless, why they're homeless, and we can work with them. When I'm out at night, and, I'm here, I get to the office between 6 and 6:30, and I always go downtown and see at night when I'm out passing out waters and stuff, I'm looking, and I've seen a few new faces on bikes or like sitting on a bench and stuff, but I don't know if they're homeless or they're just sitting there, enjoying it. A lot of times I'll stop and ask, do you need a bottle of water? And nope, I'm good. And I'll just, go on. I'm not going to harass somebody. I'm not going to say you're homeless, worthless, and move on. I'm going to, if they want to talk to me, they're going to talk to me. But that's the one thing nice about the shelter because we get them under one roof and then we can find out who's homeless, why they're homeless, and, go from there. Last year, I don't have my stats in front of me, but, we were able to find housing for some. We were able to find jobs for some. And a lot of them are still in contact with our volunteers. The volunteers at the shelter are just amazing. They have the biggest hearts, and they just want to give, and stay in contact with them. Even though they haven't gone over to Michigan City to the Nest, they're still here. a lot of our volunteers are keeping in contact with them. And I think that's just incredible because, like, we have this one gentleman that one of the city police officers and I have really befriended and, really worked with him. And it's a lot of mental health and maybe a little bit of addiction now we're finding. But he always tells me how much he appreciates me checking on him, how much he appreciates us giving him the time, when he's really down on his luck and he really needs the help. He knows we're going to be there for him. He knows he can be a butthole sometimes, but he's very appreciative. And that's the thing. We want to make that relationship with them, get them to trust us, get them to want us to support them and help them. And I feel that's very important.
How did the budget meeting go? Because I saw that it was on Facebook that you guys had that, and with the state cutting back on things, I know you want affordable housing. I know you want little houses and things like that. Where do you stand? And to keep this up, also to take care of the homeless, with the food pantries and stuff, it's not cheap. And it's not free. How are you going to deal with it now in the coming year?
So for 2026, we're going to be okay. It's 2027 that's really going to hurt us. 2026, we're going to see some because we're going to lose some of ours, but 2027 is going to be the tell-all. The one thing that's been nice is, we've lived within our means in the township. I've invested funds. We have our new tankers arriving in January, February, and we're paying cash for that because we have lived within our means. We have stuck with our budget. We have done CDs and other financial things to, help raise more money. But the thing that's very difficult for me and difficult for my board is knowing that we're going to lose 30% of our funds for roads. We're going to help the city and the county with their roads. So the money that we were able to live within our means and keep for our township, we're now going to lose that. And that's what's scary because we can't, we're not going to be able to save the money. It's going to go to roads and sidewalks or whatever else they're going to do. So that's the scary part, not knowing the unknown.
How do you get around that then? You've got to start working on that, obviously. How are you going to get money? Can you raise it?
Well, right now, because the state is requiring us to do a CIP plan, which is, don't ask me the acronyms right now because my brain's dead right now. But that's part of the Senate Bill 1467 also is we must do a CIP plan every year, which we've never done on paper before, but like I meet with my fire department, what are we going to need for the next 3 years? We've been planning this out, like we're going to need gear, we're going to need air packs, we're going to need stuff like this. So now the state has mandated that we put everything in a CIP plan. So right now I'm working with my fire department, I'm working with my township, I'm, working with everybody, and we're figuring out what it is we're going to need for 2026, 2027, 2028. So anything we have in that plan, they won't be able to touch those funds. Okay. So, a lot of it is going into our, CIP plan because again, we've been, our CDs, all that money that comes back in, it goes back in to help fund so that we don't have to raise taxes. We're not raising our tax levy because we're living within our means. But if this happens where they're going to take 30% of our leftover money every year, we're not going to have anything after a while because 30%. So we're nervous. We're scared. But I'm working with our financial person and we'll get through it. We're tightening our belts and doing everything we can. I've told the fire department, I said, we've got to live within our means. We got to, just really, the NIPSCO thing is killing all of us. It killed me at home. I told my husband, I'm like, turn this off. And, it's just we all have to tighten our belts.
Yep, no doubt about it. Again, Lisa Pierzakowski is our guest. She is the Center Township trustee here in LaPorte. You can text or call. We do have a question. We'll get to it when we come back. I promise you that. But we'll be back. We need to take a break, and you're listening to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle. The area's largest garden center in Stoneyard is Smalls. Create a beautiful outdoor living space with Smalls' 30% off sale going on now. 30% off all plants, trees, shrubs, evergreens, and arborvitaes. Plus, Small's unique selection of outdoor living decor items are now also 30% off. Time to start planning your next project? Shop Small Stone Yard for the biggest selection of beautiful flagstone for your patio and walkway areas. Plus, Smalls has outcropping natural wall stone and fire pits for your landscaping needs. On sale in Smalls Garden Center, red, black, and brown mulch along with cedar mulch, hardwood mulch, log chips, and topsoil. At Smalls, you'll find a huge selection of decorative stone, wash stone, limestone, slag, and boulders. If you'd like someone else to do the work for you, no problem. Just ask Smalls to deliver and plant your purchase. Swing by and save with the 30% off sale going on now at Smalls Garden Center, Stone Yard, and Gift Shop. US 20 in LaPorte, open Monday through Saturday from 8 till 5, Sunday from 10 till 4.
Unlock big savings and add style and security to your home with high-quality Schlage door locks from Menards. Whether you're looking for a traditional interior lock or a Wi-Fi compatible electronic lock, Menards has you covered. With more than 200 options of Schlage door locks in stock. Save big on all door locks. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Discover a better way to shop for appliances with Robert Tillish Appliance. They offer a wide selection of new and used appliances from most major brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, GE, LG, and Speed Queen. Take advantage of their home delivery, installation, and in-home repair services. Visit rtappliance.com to browse inventory or stop by one of their 3 convenient locations in Michigan City, LaPorte, and Valparaiso. Robert Tillish Appliance is your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs.
What are you waiting for? The lines are open on Sound Off. Text or dial your questions now to 362-0522. That's 362-0522. Now, back to LaPorte County's original social media. Sound Off on 96.7, The Eagle.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Donna Siddell, in for the vacationing Stan Maddox. And we'd like to have you text us if you'd like. There is one question that is on here. I'm not sure what you mean, and neither was Lisa sure, so we're not going to go there. Another one is, what is your opinion, Lisa? I don't know if you'd have one or not, but on the plungers, as I call them, in front of the mayor, and seems to catch on here, the plunger experiment here in LaPorte. I'm not on the city council or anything, so I think I'm going to ignore that. But I will say one thing. The other day I noticed one of our one of our businesses and a box truck that makes deliveries in LaPorte couldn't turn down Michigan Ave and got frustrated and just took off like heading towards South Bend. And I'm like, somebody's not getting their delivery today. So, unfortunately. But yeah, that has nothing to do with me. All right, this person is letting you know that you need salt along with your water. Even if you're on low sodium diet, you need a little more salt when it's hot, Lisa. Is that my husband maybe? It could be. I don't know. I don't eat salt. I don't like salt, and that's probably one of my issues. So thank you. This person would like to know about discreet, well-placed signage for the homeless to contact or find you or the nest, like where people tend to frequent. Okay, so in each of our food boxes, we have little cards. Thank you to, oh my goodness. It was one of the organizations that had them made up and put in the boxes. But it has a list of all the food pantries. It has a list of all the food boxes, and then has a list of the phone numbers and places and stuff like that. But we also, as far as the nest, we put the notices up at the library where everybody frequents. Again, we put them up on the food boxes when it's time in my office. But I will say, I feel like we do a really good job because when I'm out in the cold in the winter, I will pick them up and take them to the shelter. I know the LaPorte City Police do a wonderful job. Same thing. They'll pick them up and take them to the shelter. LaPorte County Police, same thing. They'll pick them up and take them to the shelter. So, I think we do a good job of it, but maybe we need to get a little bit better with it. So we'll work on making sure it's out there more. But tell Walensky to take a picture of a sign and post it all over, There you go. I mean, Bob's got the cameras. Well, I will, and not everybody has social media, but I will tell you, we do all share that on social media too. I mean, I've seen the nest about, the volunteer call out, and
I will like it and share it and like it and share it. And then because there's a lot of people that might not be in that social media, but they might be in this one.
Correct.
So we all try to share it as much as we can.
All right, this is a little long, but I think it's a great idea. Just a thought, this is a text that we received. Food boxes, in addition to relying on goodness of people dropping off, this thing's driving me up a wall. Has there ever been thought given to each neighborhood or anybody really asking for volunteers 12 months to add items once a month to an assigned box? Could ask for multiple people, no minimum dollar requirement. Pick a box, pick a week, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and go fill. Maybe trial for that for one box time 3 months, whichever one is in most dire need. Might be a way to get extra food to the boxes, or some sort of way to help sorted out over each month. What do you think?
I love that idea. I think that's a phenomenal idea. And I will tell you, we've had a few churches that have reached out to us over the summer because their youth group needed to do something. And that was the one thing I gave them. I said, we can use some help with the food boxes because my office has been a little bit crazy and my husband's been getting busy or doing other things. So he's not been able to help with the food boxes as much. So I think this is great. I love this. I just had a mom the other day send me a message on Facebook, and she's like, my daughter wants to get more involved with doing stuff for the food boxes. And again, I suggested, if you're at the store, pick up an extra one of this or extra one of that. But yeah, I will have Jamie. Jamie is my resource director. I'll have Jamie get on that. We've got some other things that we're in the works on, but assign a box to a volunteer for a week or something, or a month or something. I love that idea. I don't know who sent that in, but thank you very much. So
because you'll know what I'm talking about, has Pastor Ryan been out helping? I mean, with the youth group from our church?
He hasn't been helping with the youth group that I know of, but I wasn't at the church when they were doing it, so he could have been.
Okay.
But I was just talking to Pastor Ryan the other day.
I just want to make sure he's doing his part.
Pastor Ryan's a very busy man, and
dude's awesome, though. He
really
got
the heart of gold.
Yes, he does.
I will tell you.
You never know. You might find some White Castle in a box if he has any extra.
If him and my son are together, you definitely will. So,
I want to ask here because I know we've got about 7 minutes left on the program. And I want to go back because you said something about, with the new tanker truck for the fire department. Where does and I drove by it the other day and I thought about, what about the old fire station? Because at one time you tried to sell it.
So we sold that right away.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
that
is not ours.
It
says on there for sale or lease. That was purchased before we moved into our new.
Oh, I see.
So that is not mine. Nope,
Okay.
I do not. So,
all right.
But speaking of the tiny houses,
yes,
how
little houses.
Yes. So as you know, Carwick Village is actually being built right now. We've got the first 3 houses, or the first 3 units are done. The second 3 units are being done, and that'll be phase 1. But we have some informational sessions going on. So Saturday, August 16th from 10 to 11 at the LaPorte County Exchange at 807 Indiana Ave. You can come in and hear about the Carwick Village. We also have Tuesday, August 19th from 5:30 to 6:30 at the Exchange. And then we have Tuesday, August 26th from 5:30 to 6:30 at the Michigan City Public Library. And then Saturday, August 30th from 10 to 11 at the Michigan City Public Library. But I'm just going to give you a few highlights, okay? Because this is on our website. So if you have any interest, you can go to homewardboundvillages.org and get the information. So this is going to be a 2-person household maximum, okay? Children are welcome, but it would be like a mom and a child or a dad and a child. 1 household member must live or work in LaPorte County for the past year. Generally have income between $12,000 and $34,000, depending on household size. Demonstrate the ability to maintain an income at least twice the monthly payment amount for the unit you have applied for. Rent price will be set before applications open. Agree to participate in the cooperative and abide by member agreements. Be willing to live small. All units are 500 square feet, regardless of the bedrooms.
Just like a small apartment.
Exactly. So we have 1 bedroom and we have 2 bedroom. But again, they're 500 square feet.
Okay.
So again, if you're interested, go to homewardboundvillages.org or go to one of the informational sessions and then get the information from there. But you must attend an informational session in order to even receive an application.
Sorry for the stupidity here, but how many units?
So when we're done, we will have 12.
12 units.
Yes.
Are we going to see anything here? Oh, my gosh, I sound like Stan right there. Are we going to see anything here in LaPorte, in the city of LaPorte, or on the outskirts? I mean, the only reason I bring it up, I hear about affordable housing, getting a spin. Do you think there's the opportunity there? I mean, or do you not know? Maybe wasn't sure.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Again, we are building on
Carwick
like
this,
in Michigan City.
Would be awesome
because they allowed us to build the smaller units on the property. So this property is a little over an acre with those units. So again, it would have to be LaPorte County. The city or the county would have to adjust in order for us to do that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you don't, I mean, acreage wise, 1 or 2 acres is
perfect.
To get things going.
Yeah,
okay.
And
cool.
again, this is affordable living. This is somebody that's going to be able to afford to live there. That's living on a very, like 967. That's my big thing. Everybody knows Lisa talks about affordable housing, and my affordable housing is based on SSI, which is currently 967. So that's very important. The next
it's a good
thing,
number, by the way. 967. Yeah.
I've only said it 3 or 4 times, and you've never said anything till just now. I'm like, I wonder when he's going to catch on.
I'm slow.
It'll change next year, so it won't be 96.7 anymore.
Bummer.
So, the other thing I want to talk about.
106.5.
Stop it. Is in my office. So, like I said earlier, we are getting slammed, and I've been in talk with many township trustees right now. I'll be back down in Fishers for a meeting again on Monday. Everybody's getting hit very hard. Again, mortgages are going up, rent's going up, NIPSCO's going up, water's going up, taxes are going up, everything's going up. If you are having issues, if you're having problems, please call sooner than later. So if you're not able to pay your August rent, don't wait till September. Come in August, because we can help current, or not current, we can help because August would be past due because it's due on the 1st. We can help. But if you get into September and you now owe August and September, and you now have an eviction, you're going to have attorney fees, you're going to have late fees. And right now we're set at a minimum, or I should say maximum. Right now we're trying to keep our amount of money that we give per person at $600. So that's $600 towards rent, $600 towards NIPSCO, or $600 towards water. Now, of course, sometimes we have to go above and beyond that for certain things. But again, we're trying to live within our means because we have to. We have a budget. We can't go in front of the council and say we need more money. We can't go in front of somebody else and ask for more money. We have a budget. We have to live in that budget. But the other thing is, as a trustee, you can never be out of funds to help somebody. If I have no money left in my township assistance fund for housing, and somebody comes in and they qualify for that application, I have to go get a loan if I don't have those funds. So it could mean that I might have to do an additional appropriation, but if I don't have that money anymore because it's now going for roads, then I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to borrow that money. So that's the one thing difference. We can never be without funds. So again, please, any of your trustees, there's 21 townships in LaPorte County, please reach out to your trustee sooner than later for assistance.
All right. Speaking of trustees, Center Township trustee Lisa Pierzakowski has been my guest here on Sound Off today. Thanks, Lisa, for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and thanks for the headset you let me borrow.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. And that's going to do it on Sound Off. Stan will be back on Monday. And let's see, Stan has, it's a Sound Off Summit with Stan Maddox. Yes. What would you like to discuss with Stan? Make sure you tune in at 12:20 on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us and voicing your opinion on this edition of Sound Off. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the host or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. Sound Off airs live every Monday and Friday, immediately following Update 12 News, and is available online after the show is over under the podcast menu at hometownnewsnow.com. Mark your calendar and join us again for the next edition of Sound Off, right here on 96.7 The Eagle.